Has Ukraine predicted that the large-scale drone attack on Moscow would be retaliated with Oreshnik? On March 11th, the increasingly worsening situation further diminished hopes for peace. Ukraine, which had previously claimed that they only aimed to target Russian military facilities, launched its largest-ever drone strike against Moscow and the surrounding regions. However, the attack resulted in significant damage to vital civilian infrastructure, not just military facilities as initially intended. This suggests that Ukraine's original goal seems to have been unmet, and instead of damaging oil facilities around Moscow and Oriol, the strike caused damage to more sensitive objects. Behind the attack, Russia's readiness to face threats has become more apparent. The Russian Ministry of Defense claimed that they successfully shot down a total of 343 drones launched by Ukraine. Among them, 91 drones were said to have targeted Moscow directly. The ministry also reported that 6 Ukrainian drones were intercepted near the Kursk nuclear power plant, which is one of Russia's vital facilities. This indicates that Russia not only possesses advanced air defense systems, but also the capability to identify and neutralize threats before they reach strategic areas. In recent years, Russia has developed a range of highly complex defense systems, including electronic umbrella layers that protect Moscow and other key installations. On top of strategic buildings, there are defense systems equipped with the latest technology, while a vast air defense network allows them to detect and shoot down approaching drones before they reach critical targets like the Kremlin in the heart of the capital. How exactly did Russia respond to the attack? The head of the Defense Committee of the State Duma of Russia, Andrei Kartapolov, firmly responded to questions from journalists regarding the possibility of a Russian counterattack. He explained that the decision to launch an attack using the Oreshnik system is entirely in the hands of President Vladimir Putin. However, Kartapolov did not hesitate to share his views on the strategy. He suggested that a proper Oreshnik launch as a counterattack would be more effective if there were more than one, indicating that such an action should be carried out carefully and on a significant scale. In a separate interview with RIA Novosti, he reiterated his views on the drone attacks carried out by Ukraine. He argued that these attacks had no clear military objective. To Kartapolov, these drone strikes resembled a form of propaganda. He added that the purpose of the attacks was to show the world, particularly the United States, that Ukraine still had the ability to act, even though the attacks did not appear effective. Given Ukraine's struggles with drone usage, what would happen if Ukraine had to face an attack from Oreshnik? Wouldn't that be even more terrifying? The Oreshnik missile, equipped with a non-nuclear hypersonic payload, launches at an astonishing speed of Mach 10, striking targets with unimaginable force. This speed is enough to surprise anyone, and it's no wonder that President Vladimir Putin himself has acknowledged its power. Unlike other weapons, Oreshnik seems to be invulnerable to existing missile defense systems, including the Patriot defense system. This system, which has long been a reliable defense, was unable to withstand the missile's devastating attack. According to the Pentagon, Oreshnik is an experimental medium-range ballistic missile developed from Russia's RS-26 Rubezh intercontinental ballistic missile. The development of this missile marks a major leap in Russian weapon technology, providing them with new capabilities that threaten global stability. The warhead of the Oreshnik missile system has an extraordinary ability to withstand extremely high temperatures, even those equivalent to the surface temperature of the sun. The uniqueness of this warhead lies not only in its design to face significant challenges on the battlefield, but also in its ability to endure thermal conditions that are almost unimaginable. Its ability to remain intact and operational despite being exposed to extreme heat makes it a symbol of the strength and resilience of Russia's advanced military technology. On November 21st, this missile finally demonstrated its power by striking the city of Dnipro in Ukraine. Video footage that circulated clearly showed the attack, where 6 Oreshnik warheads formed a thunderous plasma cloud as they descended at an incredible speed. Each warhead was released with submunitions that did not appear to carry conventional explosives. However, even without explosives, the kinetic energy of these submunitions was powerful enough to cause tremendous damage. Its destructive power is estimated to be equivalent to tons of conventional explosives, and its impact could rival the devastation caused by a nuclear strike. The attack was terrifying and difficult to predict, given its power and ability to penetrate defense systems that were previously considered impenetrable. What will Russia's next move be? According to information from www.1.ru, Belarus recently signed an important agreement with Russia that allows the deployment of Oreshnik ballistic missiles on its territory. This agreement marks a significant step in strengthening cooperation between the two countries, with a shared commitment in the field of defense. One of the crucial aspects of the agreement is the arrangement to establish a Russian military base in Belarus, further enhancing their strategic relationship. The deployment of the Oreshnik missiles is driven by Belarus's concerns over the growing NATO military activities in Poland and Lithuania, which are seen as a threat to regional security stability. In this context, the Oreshnik missile system is introduced as a deterrent measure to strengthen Belarus's security policies and safeguard its territorial sovereignty. Although the deployment of the missiles is still awaiting production, it is expected that the system will begin to be installed in Belarus in the second half of 2025. This move reflects the deepening alliance between the two countries amid the ongoing geopolitical tensions in Eastern Europe. Let's see what happens next. That's all for today, and thanks for watching.